Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. It's actually Monday, so it's the first episode of the week. But with you, as always, myself, Vibin, got my brother with me, Mr. Scott Tripp, aka the Crypto Beast. And as you guys should know by now, we're here because we like to get into a couple of the crypto headlines, bring them to your attention, and see what you guys think about them. And if you like us, guys, please like, comment, or subscribe down below. Let us know how we're doing, and if there's any other topics that you think you guys think we should talk about. But before we get started with the news today, we got to get our daily market sentiment from the Crypto Beast himself. So without further ado, we'll let Scott introduce himself and give us the daily market sentiment.
Market cap. I just think I'm neutral, really, honestly, right now. It did go pretty low over the weekend, which
Did it go?
I think it went down to 36, 35, somewhere around there. Not as low as it might go.
I thought you were saying like, yeah, wick down to like 9K or something. Like, oh,
no,
back.
no. I don't think
sentiment is definitely neutral right now. I think there's been a little bit of speculation in different countries about regulations and people trying to forecast what may or may not be regulated here in the next coming year. So I think, a little bit with the US and Biden having his regulation, and then it would not be as strict as people were expecting, as well as some of the things that were going on in Europe and them banning the proof of work. I mean, the proof of work concept, and then, coming back on that. But without further ado, we'll get right into our news today like no other. The first headline for me is going to be coming up in here in a second. So we'll get the screen share for you guys. So, and 3, 2, 1. So we see here, we're going over to Bitcoin.com. In the biggest movers section, the headline reads, Rune rises by over 15% as Phantom and AVAX trend lower. So third chain Rune rallied at its highest level since January as cryptocurrency market started the week mainly in the red. Avalanche was one of these cryptocurrencies trading lower on Monday, and Phantom fell by close to 10% on the day as well. So while cryptocurrency markets have been mainly lower over the past week, Thorchain has climbed by almost 70% in the same time period. Following a low at $6.15 on Sunday, Rune USD rose past its resistance of $6.60 to start the week, climbing to its highest level since January 12th in the process. So on Monday, Rune hit a intraday high of $7.43, pushing the cryptocurrency to 47 in the top 100. So this was pretty good news for Rune coming out this week, or kind of in the last couple of months, or not months, sorry, in the last month, kind of in a different trading a little bit different than the other markets, so where we're seeing Phantom and AVAX were going up and had their strength, they're starting to lose strength, and we're starting to see some of that money trickle into kind of the same, like all of these are doing the same kind of protocols, but we'll see it trickle around. So now the money looks like it's been getting put in the room. I don't know. I wouldn't go to say that it's going to be, bullish trend and it's going to be all the way up, but just something to pay attention to, that not everything's always going red. Sometimes it's good to try to focus on finding some of the things that's trading opposite of some of your favorites.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. I agree with that. And then I'm going to patch onto this one, my first article, because I think it's big news, and you kind of mentioned it a little bit earlier. EU Parliament backtracks ban on Bitcoin's proof of work. Bitcoin's proof of work will no longer be limited in the European Union. The EU Econ Committee voted on Monday to remove a sanction related to de facto ban on Bitcoin mining in the continent. An alternative amendment passed, adding Bitcoin mining to the EU Sustainable Finance Taxonomy. The European Union has dropped its plan to impose a ban on Bitcoin mining and related activities that could allegedly hurt the region's effort to promote sustainable technologies, according to multiple reports. It seems the reason and common sense prevailed. Paris MP Pierre Person tweeted, "We must continue to defend the principle of technological neutrality. Europe must remain in the global competition," which is very true. Like, if EU came out of it and they weren't mining anymore because they made it illegal, I think that would be a silly move on their part. Cryptocurrency needs to continue the upward trend that isn't there quite yet when it comes to adoption. So
yeah, and I think even if, Scott, when you think about it, even myself, sometimes I say, Bitcoin's the grandfather, right? And even though it is the grandfather and it's the proof of work, blockchain, we got to understand that that's still 100 times better than our traditional finance policy right now.
Yeah.
So it's like, we got to really think about this sometimes and what we're saying. And I have to catch myself on that as well sometimes. So I'll go right into my second article here. We'll get the screen shared and we're up and going here. And the second one is going to be coming over to us from Cointelegraph. And the headline is reading, Pixar NFT drops sells out on Vibin shortly after launch. So if you guys remember, we talked about this about a week and a half ago about Pixar coming out with their NFTs and the drop and what they were going to be able to do, and potentially coming out with some other things as trading cards as well. But it looks like, it appears the collection sold for an equivalent of $3.3 million within 24 hours of its launch on digital collectibles marketplace. Vibin crypto enthusiasts purchased all 54,995 pieces of the Disney Pixar Pals NFT tokens, or NFT collection. The drop consisted of iconic characters and moments created by Pixar animation studios, including Sheriff Woody, Mike Wazowski, Lightning McQueen, in the house from Up in Eden Mode. So users purchase their NFTs from a blind box, meaning they receive a random collectible as part of the series and would not know which collectible until after payment. The price list for each NFT was 60 gems or $60. Multiplying the collection sold on by their listed gem price, it is estimated that the collection fetched the equivalent of 3.3 million. At the time of the publication, items in the Pixar drop are selling for more than 350 gems on the secondary market. NFTs on Vibin are currently minted on GoChain. Its developers claim that the blockchain is fast, environmentally friendly, and 100% compatible with Ethereum. So, excuse me. So this is pretty cool to see that, you're starting to see these brands, Scott, and we talk about it all the time. We're starting to see more major brands, more major brands getting into these. You're starting to see more of these major brands get into NFTs, and they were able to sell out this collection. 54,000 pieces is not like a small amount. That is actually, for me, if I was looking at getting into a new NFT, I would be a little bit hesitant, because I would feel like that is a lot of NFTs in that collection, which wouldn't give them a lot of value. But it looks like they're already, probably 3x their money or 5x their money if they're selling for 300 now, and they were 60 when they got them. So definitely good news. I love to see these major brands keep pushing NFTs to open up to more markets. It's going to appeal to these younger people and to some of the older people as well. I mean, I used to watch Toy Story. I used to love that movie. So if I could find some, I won't call my character because I don't want them to come out with it and people put me on the spot, but it's a certain cartoon character that I used to like, and if I seen their NFT drop, I probably would definitely try to get it.
It's that memory that most people hold on to, right? That makes some of these NFTs really attractable in the end. So,
you had a favorite cartoon growing up, right? Or a show?
Yeah, I had a couple different ones that I like, but I'm aging myself by saying it, but He-Man and Astro Boy were kind of like my era of cartoons. So, and I remember some off the wall ones like Gummy Bears, and yeah, there was all sorts of different ones, older ones that you won't find anymore.
Yeah, we all had ours.
Yeah,
sure.
And I'm going to share this next article here. This is awesome. We talked about Texas originally before a while ago, but Austin mayor embraces Web3 tech and crypto payments. The second fastest growing city in Texas will begin exploring policy capabilities to accept Bitcoin as payment option and integrate other Web3 applications to improve residents' lives. Mayor Steve Adler of Austin, Texas, has fully embraced the discovery of what blockchain technology and crypto payments may bring to a city by proposing two initiatives. The first initiative aims to ensure that Texas, fourth largest city, promotes the benefit of blockchain technology and promotes equity, diversity, accessibility, and inclusion in the technological ecosystem. To that end, Mayor Adler directed the city manager to explore how the city could utilize Web3 and blockchain in 20 fields fields from smart contracts, supply chain management, insurance to arts, media, fundraising, and identity verification. Mayor Adler's second initiative orders the city manager to conduct a fact-finding study on how the city could adopt Bitcoin and cryptocurrency-related policies. Through these efforts, Mayor Adler appears to want to find ways for Austin residents to legally pay their bills with crypto. Under the initiative, the city manager should find ways to allow the acceptance of Bitcoin or other cryptocurrency as payment for municipal taxes, fees, and penalties as a first set of policies to look into. So, and that's amazing, like 2 different policies that they're really starting to study. It's not saying they're launching it yet, but it's something that they're looking into. And that's all that matters, especially in a big city like Texas. Like, it's amazing.
Yeah. Texas is actually state, but yeah.
Well, that's but I mean Houston, or Houston
Austin,
being the city. Sorry.
Yep, Houston is definitely a big city. So the nice thing about Texas, they definitely been welcoming. When Bitcoin miners were leaving China, Texas is one of the first places in America to open up their arms to Bitcoin miners. So and they've kind of been independent and off the grid onto their own grid and kind of forming their own state of being. If I could say that, but you can see them really starting to break apart from the traditional norm, and they're starting to welcome in people from Silicon Valley. Like now, when you look into Cali and California, that area is almost empty because all the techs and the tech majors are moving and going to Texas because A, it's cheaper, B, the electricity is cheaper, and C, the state's more friendly about it. So you have all these factors. So I think that Texas welcoming in Web3 and using Web3 as a form of payment for everyday use and things of that. I think that's going to be brilliant if they can pull it off. I look forward to it. I would definitely use my crypto in Texas. So to go into my third article here is actually going to be coming from CoinSpeaker. Sorry. So coinspeaker.com. And you see the headline here reads, China, Silicon Valley hit by new COVID spike shuts down non-essential services. So recent COVID-19 spike has hit mainland China and now seeing businesses and schools shutting down across the country. The latest COVID outbreak seems to be on the same trajectory as the 2020 pandemic that hit China almost 2 years ago. As of Sunday, March 13th, mainland China reported 1,437 new confirmed cases. Only 100 of these attributes to travelers from abroad, while a total of 8,531 are domestically transmitted active cases. This number is the highest recorded since March 2020, although there are currently no reports of any new deaths. In light of the new outbreak, the city of Shenzhen is instructing all establishments not in the business of public services to suspend operations. In addition, employees who fall in the non-essential category will have to work from home beginning on March 14th. The halt on production in Shenzhen, southeastern city, in the largest in the manufacturing hub of Guangdong province, also reportedly affects Foxconn. So, however, according to the same reports, the Apple supplier has not yet responded to a request for comment. Hong Kong has also had its fair share of COVID resurgence cases in the past few weeks, according to the Our World in Data. The region has the largest number of new COVID-related deaths per million. Hong Kong became the highest because of the devastating effects from COVID variant Omicron. So Beijing's capital city, Beijing, which is China's capital city, is on high alert for new outbreak cases currently operating. One of the strict COVID policies being Beijing requires travelers to undergo rigorous procedures before entering the city. So I picked this article today, number one, because I thought it was interesting because this was what happened last time, Scott. And this takes a lot of effect on our market. When these new outbreaks happen and people start having to work from home, it's gonna put a lot more stress on the market, and then it's gonna dry up commodity supplies and things of that nature. So it might be a good time to hodl some stable. It might be a good time to hodl some something that's backed by commodity or something like that. Just because I think it's important to highlight that things like this take place and takes effect on all markets, crypto markets, your food markets, gas markets, and I think everything. So I thought that was an interesting article, and I think that anytime something happens in China, I think it's going to kind of trickle down, and we might see another outbreak here soon.
Definitely, for sure. I'll share the last article that I got here. Hold on one second. Cryptocurrency provides opportunity for Argentina's working class. No surprise that an unstable economy resorts people in the cryptocurrency market for better opportunities. It's happened in many African countries, Venezuela, and Lebanon as well. The situation is similar in Argentina as it's on the verge of economic default. In the last 2 years, the country has seen a surge in cryptocurrency adoption, as well as an increase in crypto mining as the cheapest electricity costs allow to do so. In addition, an unstable, devaluated local currency is making people choose cryptocurrency over the Argentine peso. Cryptocurrency is encouraged around the country. Crypto exchange adverts cover the nation's building, public transportation, and billboards. Workers in Argentina have been receiving their salaries in cryptocurrencies, which help evade exchange controls and extremely high inflation. Currently, Argentina ranks first in having the most workers paid in crypto, a 340% increase in over the last 12 months. If a company were to pay $1,000 through the banking system, the employee would receive about 109,000 pesos at the official exchange rate. But if the worker instead gets paid in cryptocurrency, that could be changed at the unregulated parallel exchange rate for about 200,000 pesos, 83% more. Crypto sweetens local wages. Matisse, I'm not sure, told Bloomberg he's a global VP OTC at Ripio, a Latin American cryptocurrency company that offers blockchain services. So this is showing major adoption in South America. There has been hints of it happening in Mexico as well. The one thing that kind of ties in with that article that you potentially just announced there, or you did kind of mention there, is if we do have an unstable economy, inflation rates potentially rising, one stable, and you've seen it with Elon Musk saying it earlier today, is potentially Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. It's a safe hedge against what inflation can do. So it's something that you might want to look at as well, just to weather the storm. Whatever is going to happen is going to happen. We can't control it or stop it this time, not like the last couple times before. So we just got to be prepared.
Yeah, that was perfect. Like you said, we just got to be prepared. I think anything can happen in these markets, Scott, and I know we want cryptocurrency to break apart from the traditional markets, but if the traditional markets take a dump, we have people, even if we take on some of that hedge, then we're going to be able to come back and have a run with that traditional market, and people can play on both sides. So it'll definitely be something interesting. So with all the talk about Bitcoin being back in Europe and being friendly to potentially mine again, let's see how it took let's see if it took any effect in our last section of the day as we go over the trading view to take a look at the total crypto market cap, as well as some of the dominance factors that we like to take a look at. I don't have them in order today, but we see here the total crypto market cap right now is sitting at 1.68 trillion. Without going too far into it today, guys, we kind of drew out this head and shoulders for you guys in the last little bit, and we were potentially watching this breakthrough a whole support over here. So we're just going to keep watching the total crypto market cap. I think if anything, if we start moving up, it's a good move, but I think it's anybody's ball game right now when we come to things like that. So we won't speculate too much. And then we'll look at Bitcoin dominance right now. We see Bitcoin dominance is still up a little bit higher than I like that 43. It's at 43.65, and it's still kind of, on an upwards tick, kind of making this would be the first lower high. So this would, potentially, reverse trend, but we don't know yet. Like I said, it's anybody's ball game. And Ethereum dominance is still at 18.05. So nothing really here in the market, guys, that's kind of like, giving me some signals that's telling me to do anything other than just, let's just sit back and keep, playing the ball game and watch how everything's going. I think as, I think at least here in the States, the war talk was a little bit less this weekend. So I feel like the war might be letting up. And if so, let's see how the markets play out. If not, if it gets deeper, let's see if people go to a hedge net. And with Europe approving Bitcoin, let's see if that matters. But I think right now it's still safe to say, guys, let's just keep playing the sideline, and let's just stay there. Not financial advice, of course. But other than that, guys, we had a great AMA today with Volt over here at BigONE Telegram. I don't know if you guys had a chance. I'm sorry if you guys had a chance to catch it or not. But that was, you could go back on the Telegram today and see that one. It's actually one that you could read. So that was really good. I went back and read it myself. It was pretty good. Other than that, I don't have anything else as far as news. Scott, you got anything?
No, you mentioned most of everything that I think I could think of right now. The AMA was a good AMA. So yeah, just excited to get about the start of the week.
Yeah, guys, we're going to be back here again tomorrow for Taco Tuesday. Make sure you guys are in the building with us. We're going to be there. But as always, guys, we appreciate you guys tuning in. And then until tomorrow.
Peace. See you guys later.